Hello and welcome, BitMonger family. Jay Monger with you here today. And in today's topic, I'm going to be discussing something that is extremely important to be successful in Southeast Asia. And I think this advice is extremely important for anybody considering moving to anywhere in this region, except for maybe Singapore. But if you're in any other part of Southeast Asia, I think this is something that is a really important trait and something that you're going to have to behold in order to become successful in living here and being happy. And this is being patient. And secondly, not showing emotion when you are experiencing dissatisfaction and letting people know that. If you can control your emotions and smile and not make people lose face, you are going to be much better off. The other thing is understanding that things move at a slower pace here. And that means that you will be dealing with dysfunction from a Western perspective, where things are more efficient. You sometimes expect things to get done quicker, and you expect there to be a certain criteria in which everybody follows, and that unfortunately doesn't happen in third world countries, in most third world countries, and in particular Southeast Asia. Now I'm speaking really basically about Southeast Asia, but I'm going to focus more on Thailand. But what I'm saying goes true for all of these countries. So, in regards to Thailand, also known as the land of smiles, it will behoove you to pick up and join like they do. Like they say, when in Rome, do as the Romans. When in Thailand, do as the Thais. Okay? And they absolutely dislike any sort of confrontation. It causes them to lose face. And in most cases, instead of digesting what you're saying, they will interpret it purely as a personal attack rather than a critique of the system. Now, I have made multiple mistakes growing up in Southeast Asia. I moved here in my early 20s, spent a significant amount of time here, and I can tell you guys, Thais do not like to be critiqued. Okay? So, and they absolutely avoid confrontation. So, you need to have the mindset of when you experience some sort of difficulty that drives you absolutely mad. For example, my going to immigration. You can go to there and you can ask 3 people the same question and get 3 different answers. And that has happened to me before. And this type of stuff really will drive you insane. So they have an expression here, which is jayin, and that means like to, cool heart. They have all these phrases with heart involved, but jayin means to calm down basically, and that's what you're going to need to do if you plan to move to Southeast Asia and Thailand. You are going to need to calm down. You're going to have to accept the fact that there is dysfunction and you get wrong answers. And when you experience these things, the best thing for you to do is to smile and just kind of nod your head, and don't lose your cool. Don't get angry. In many cases, if you do, you're just shooting the messenger, and it's not going to make anything better. In fact, it could possibly make things oftentimes a lot worse, where they will push you off, and maybe they'll remember you. These people, sometimes they have a knack for remembering faces and people, and they will potentially make your life difficult. Unfortunately, I was dumb and did that one time. I lost my cool, and it came back to bite me. I mean, I ended up getting things done like I needed to, but there's no doubt about it in my mind. I had to take a couple extra trips in order to make that happen due to me not being Jayin, and I lost my cool. And that is a big, big no-no. And especially do not do that with immigration officers. You smile and you just nod your head, and if they tell you to come back tomorrow, even though all your stuff's in order, you just smile and say, okay. All right? This is going to help you massively to be able to acclimate and also possibly, save minutes or hours on your life due to stress. You just need to accept these type of things, in order to live happily in this region of the world. And I can't stress that enough, because I have met a lot of expats, and having lived in different areas, and I used to hear the same thing repeatedly about them bitching and moaning about certain things in which they did that they didn't like, or that how it was dysfunctional, or how that was backwards. And I get it. I understand that frustration. But when you are choosing to live in a country and venting this repeatedly or often, it gets real old. It's a downer. It's like no shit, dude. What did you expect? Don't come here expecting things to run like they do in your own home country. That's just a big mistake. And that is something that I can't hammer home enough. That is something that you will need to accept and acclimate to. And if you don't, you're probably going to be living in frustration. And people may not want to be hanging around you because you are so uptight and constantly complain. Don't be one of those guys, okay? Don't be one of those guys. All right, I think I'm going to leave it there. So, in summary of what I just said, be very patient. Be Jayin, don't lose your cool, especially with immigration officers. Learn to accept that you are going to be dealing with dysfunction, and to smile, accept it, embrace it, be liquid, be fluid, roll with the punches, don't be serious, and you'll do really well. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Monger on.